All right, guys, welcome. This week's presentation is going to be about the tree of life, the Torii. Because everything is torus fields. The Torii of life. But based on the hyperbola, blue shift, this is the atom, the first word. The what's the word? Gematria of atum is 1. So tum is the first word because this is where creation begins. So here you have the ether, the 1, the splitting of the ether, which causes plasma, which is fire, which is the crucifixion of light, white light, to become red redshift, blue shift. But, sorry, no, the redshift, blue shift starts at the 2. 2 splits ether into plasma by crucifying the Word of God, which is made flesh, matter. So, and these are the other elements. This is water. Okay? So, fire and water. And fire and water are active, air and earth are passive. Okay? So what we have here is the first word of all words, which all words come from and go back to the 1. And this is the tree. Because in here you get the word thunder. M and N are interchangeable. Now let's have a look at thunder. Der is door. See? Thunder. Tom, the twin. So in here we get the word Thomas, the twin. Atom means 1, Tom means 2. And so thunder in Italian, tuono, in Spanish, trueno, because when you listen to thunder, you hear the power of electricity. White light is splitting. It sounds like a T or a D. Remember, there are 6 plosive letters. D and T, which are interchangeable. B and P, which are interchangeable. K and K, as in curtain, are interchangeable. Those are the only 6 plosive letters or consonants in the English language. Let me just clean my throat. Excuse me. So this is very useful for when we come to the hyperbola, the hyperbola, the hourglass, time, radiation, gravitation, fission, fusion, radiation, redshift, blue shift. So here's your head, here's your green heart chakra, there's your root, tor, the tree of life, the apple, bull. So this is the sound. Then come the 2 other sounds, tor and bull. Aha. So this is the sound of red shift, blue shift coming from the source in its origin. And then this is the effect, the rainbow. So you've got the Tory or you've got the arbol, which is tree. But what we need to focus on is the sounds, because it is words that make the world. It's not the letters, they are the components of the words. It's not the numbers of the letters, because they are components of the words. Everything you speak, everything that is spoken manifests. Simple. You don't speak it, at least in your mind, you won't manifest it. You have to speak. God spoke forth creation. There's the key to the whole thing. Words. When you unravel words, you unravel, well, basically everything. Everything can be unraveled. And this Egyptian motif that they used as the maxim of all teachings is all is atom. So when you read the Hermetica, all you hear is at the end of the sentence, all is atom. Next verse, at the end, the atom is the all. All is atom. It gets annoying how many times it says all is atom, but, well, they were trying to get a point across, you see, because the Egyptian and the English language, they are the mirrors of each other. They're pretty much one and the same language. Well, they're all the same language because there's only one language. And that is etymology, which means truth of words, and that therefore this is electromagnetics speaking in the audio sensual frequency. Okay? That's all it is. Therefore, words all must begin with a T or a D, a P or a B, or a K or a C. The 6, not a C, a K. You can even put Q here if you want, but there's no need to. But you got the K, the b, p, and the d, t. And from there come the liquids. So the liquid of this would be a V. In fact, here in Mexico, some people put, well, V's also here a liquid. So, or this one, as in the word the. The. So when you say the, that's spelled with a TH. But when you say theatre, now you have a soft TH. The and th. Well, those are the children of the 6 plosive letters. And the 6 plosive letters are in atum, they are in tor, and they are in bull. And these are interchangeables. Now, these letters, they belong to the plane of inertia. Kinetic, trying to think of, this is the plane of inertia, the earth, the dome, the heavens, hell, the root, the tor. So, Adam also comes to 1. Eden comes to 1. DNA. Let's do it this way. DNA equals 1. So that means Dan equals 1 and equals 1. Man equals 1. So Adam, and Andrew, which means man, andros, all equal 1, and they have DNA from their dynasty, which equals 1. So you can see that the combination of these letters, which is either a T or a D or an M and an N, will all be words which will be T. Whenever you hear dum, dom, tom, tim, tam, ten, dem, any variation of a T or a D, an M and an O and N, you get the first order of creational force. Because you see what happens is Om is the word of God. All is Om. So the order of these letters is not a mistake. And it's not a mistake that the T is the 20th letter of the alphabet, which gives it 2, and the next letter right next to it, S-T-U, will come to 3, and 13, the 13th letter, 4, equals 10, equals 1. And it also has to do with the dam, the damnation. The Don, the Lord, Dominus. Here in Mexico, Ton. Tonatiuh, Tonantzin. Let me introduce you to Tonantzin. That's the sun in the sky, and it happens to be Tonantzin. She is the Virgen of Guadalupe, Tonantzin. And her husband, let's call him husband, is Tonatiuh. Tonatiuh and Tonantzin, all is a ton. So this is all in one, see? But the problem is this T creates redshift blue shift when it becomes a torus field, when it comes out of the pulse, P and B interchangeable. So polarity, polarity, that is created by these plosive letters. Plosive. So these are the 7 or the 6 plosive letters. All the other consonants are liquid. So what we get here is we get an immediate feminine. This is masculine, this is feminine, because it's liquid. So the letter N, the letter M. So we have a process going on here. See, tum. The sound of electrical force splitting, grounding, creating. So this is the process that the creation comes from this word, because all is a tomb. So this is the tomb. We come from a womb and we end up in a tomb. Thank you, Plato. This is the motor of the universe, the mother, the matter. Tum. This is a liquid, like this liquid, but this is the rhotic liquid. The rhotic liquid is the most special of all the liquids. So liquids would be the letter S, the letter V, the letter C. Oh, well, no, that's S. Z, Z. Right, okay, those are liquids. The letter L. So in electricity, when you get tum, that's 1. When you get, what comes after that immediately is this sound, bol and tor, which will be the L and the T. It's the L and the T, the torus, the L and the T, which is the most important thing to understand from this. the Word made flesh. This is the Word, the ether, crucified and becomes a man. Because remember, man is one, as are all these other combinations of these four letters. See, and so this is the mud. Adam was made from the dirt. Mud. This is why he has come here to sleep, dawn, dormir. You see the word to sleep? In Hebrew, M-E-T means death. Met is death, and emet is life. Interesting. Met, mortal. You see, now we are mortal in this process of the ether creating the plasma, which is redshift, blue shift, which gives you the two liquids, the R and the L, the red and the blue. Which means that red is rhotic, which is a pulse, but fire, but water, which is L, liquid, is a lateral liquid. And that's it. So, from the mother splitting, the two forces of electricity, because now this is electricity. This is ether, the one. This is the two, the Tori, right? And it's all in the words. These are the words, the first words of creation. This is the Holy Trinity. Tum, one. Sorry. Okay, go there. So, now the L is always the 12th letter of every alphabet, every other alphabet, and the 18 is always the R is always the 18th of every other alphabet. 666, 66. So these are the mothers of all words. Let's let's have a look at some words which are fundamental in all languages, and especially the endings of words. Let's have a look at words that go back to these father words, tum or dom or whatever. One, and then the two red and blue, which would be the rhotic R. One would have the rhotic R. It would start with a plosive, then become liquid. They all do. They all do. Atum is T is a plosive, M is a liquid. Again here, T is a plosive, R is a liquid, but it's the rhotic. The Greeks call it the rhotic. Hot diggity. Ro. And L, the color blue, is liquid. Fire. You see, let's have a look at all of the letters, shall we? The liquid consonants. So let's do the whole alphabet. Oh boy, my little. So let's do the whole alphabet, starting from A. Let's write the alphabet down. Probably that would be a better way, because I want to show you how perfect the English alphabet is, because it's a language of spells, and this is all a spell. Spellbound. We are spellbound. P-E-L. And if you want to do more on languages, do go into my back 6 or 7 years, the runes. I did 2 videos back there on the runes. So just punch in the word runes and there should be 2 videos. I really recommend you watch that, because how many runes were there? 26. How many letters in the Latin alphabet? 26. How many letters in the English alphabet? 26. The English alphabet has got the perfect order. The other alphabets also follow that order, but not so tightly. But this is the perfect alphabet. Bang. Yeah. Okay, so that's a vowel. There's the first plosive, the number 2. Huh. Interesting. The next one here is a K. 3. 4. Ha. Pay attention. Abracadabra. Okay? So here you have a liquid. In fact, it is a liquid. I shouldn't include it in one of the plosives. See, Abba is the father. Abba. This cadaver, the fall, abracadabra, cadavere, to fall, or a cadaver, a dead person. See, that's the father, that's death, abracadabra. Right? That's why you can see death here started. You can see the word death. at its root here. In Japan, for shi, that's death. Shinda, dead. So you see the power of these two plosives, and they are in Adum, Adam, and they are in the Father, Abba. Abal, the apple, in Proto-Celtic. In Proto-Celtic, Abal is the apple. Bala, in Persian, is the beautiful one, the holy one, the whole. H is a liquid which comes from B. Let me show you that. So this is holy. This is the whole, the bullseye, bull. The Taurus and the bull. Red bull, blue bull, blue balls. Okay. So let's find the other liquids, shall we? E, vowel. There you go. F. F comes from B. Okay, because all the 6 plosives have their respective liquids. All of them. G. Oh, I didn't. I could have put a G there as well. G. Deo, God. Theo, God. Theocracy, theology. Bhagavan in Hindu, which means God. Pater Noster, Peter. Pater, our Father who art in heaven. Fire, Pyre. King, God, Queen. See, this is all God. They're all gods. These are all gods. Abracadevki, Jevulmanovsky, Dektiovsky.
Like, so is this.
Okay, so look what we see hiding in the English alphabet. Christo. Huh. This is the middle letter of the English alphabet. The elements. Lumen. See, lumen, that's mundane light. M-U-N-D. Dan. See, this is mundane, right? Looks, that's divine. But you see, divine is to divide. So here we come to the number 12, which is the ox goad in Hebrew, in the Jewish system, the ox goad. Lamed, lambda in Hebrew, no, lamed in Hebrew, lambda in Greek, lamed in Aramaic, and lam in Aramaic. Hang on. Yeah, lam. So this is another sort of a light. This is the elements. You see, this is the Christ light, and these letters are the creative masculine, abra, kada, feminine, abracadabra. This is the light. This is the creative source light. You see, white light. This is mundane light, and this is Christic light. And it's hiding. This is why Christ means hidden. The word Christ, one of the meanings of Christ is the hidden one. Krishna, the hidden one. Because it's hiding in the alphabet. So this is a mantra, this is a spell. And the words that are created can only be explained if we understand the T-D interchangeables at the start of the word atom and the MN at the end, or in the opposite order, going backwards, as we see in the words motor. You see, how do you say one in Russian? Does anyone know? Nick?
It was Odin, right?
Oh, sorry. There you go. Ha! Fancy that now. You go to Russia and you say Odin, and you get one. And isn't that the god of the Nordics? And just saying, in all the Slavic languages, Yodan means one. Because it's the monad. So M is in black. That's the mother. This is the mother father giving what this is white and black light. What am I doing that for? The ether. This is the ether, the white and black light, dielectricity and magnetism. Am I being heard well, Nick?
Yeah. Yeah, you sound good.
Well, I turn my back on the...
Yeah, it doesn't sound too different.
oh, hang on.
Oh,
We can't hear you now.
Am I being heard well?
yeah, now we can hear you.
What do you mean?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, your sound cut out for a moment, but yeah, we can still hear you well.
Yeah, but with my back turned to the computer, am I still being heard well?
Yeah.
Oh, good. All right. So, from the mother, from this sound, and it is only this sound, comes from the T, from the splitting here of the T, and the B, which represents two, and B is always the second letter of every alphabet. That's why we have alphabet, right? So now English is the cipher, right? These letters, it must be done in English, okay? If you follow this in English, and then I can show you how to do it in other languages, right? But I've done it in Italian, I've done it in Spanish, I've done it in Portuguese. All this, there's only one language, and in my presentations, I don't just have English. I include multiple languages because all my life I've been very invested in understanding languages and speaking languages and everything to do with philology. So where was it? Where was it going? Yeah. So if we stick with English as the cipher, then we begin to see the patterns a lot easier. I can show it in other languages, but you don't know other languages, and most of my audience speaks English. So, what we got is these two fellas, the R and the L. That's it. They're the two splitters, the two creative liquids. One is called lateral, one is called rhotic. Why? Because the L, the sound comes from the lateral, the sides of your mouth. So it's coming from two sides. But the R cannot come from two sides. It goes straight through the middle and it's a pulse. I can only do a little bit today. Okay, so, but you get the point. It is straight through the middle. It doesn't come from two sides. So, how can you see? Let's do both. So every wave does this. Okay, so. Because one half is pulsing and the other half is waving. That's why they don't know the difference between when they do the double slit experiment. They don't understand. If you notice, if you pay attention to it, it becomes a wave. If you don't, it's a particle, blah, blah, blah. Because they don't understand that it's the same thing. The R is going, and there's only one letter that can do what the R does, pulsate. That's why it's in the letter, in the word heart. Corazon, ra, cora, courageous, ra. See, that's red rage, fire. It's the word of fire, whereas L is the word of liquid. So, okay, so plosive, see? The word plosive. These are the divine plosive letters. They all produce the names. 90% of the names of the gods begin with these plosive letters, the 7. Okay, let's look for evidence of this. I'm going to share my screen. So we should be able to see a lot of evidence in English of words, the 3 words that I mentioned, Tom, bull, and tor. We should see a lot of evidence, shouldn't we? And then in other languages, which you will see in the presentations I'm going to share.
Oh, no, that's good.
Hey?
Sharing the what's it called? The you are sharing your entire screen little thing.
Oh no, damn. All right, so I'm not sharing. Why is that? I think I worked it out last time. Let's do this again. Yep. There you go. Now you can see it.
Yep, there we go. Oh, and
Oh,
I was willing to switch off the webcam as well. There we go.
all right, let's see if everything's working. Oh yeah, look, there's 7 people here. I wonder whether there's a way to, maybe I should make it public and then turn it to unlisted to get more people in. That's a bit low, isn't it? And Rumble is nobody, just the 3 of us.
Oh yeah, on Rumble, you didn't share the Rumble link on Patreon. Completely forgot about that.
Oh, can you do that, please?
Yeah.
Thanks. Okay, so am I sharing my presentation?
Yeah, we can see it.
Woohoo! All right, so arbor. There it is. Remember, R and L, the 2 liquids, are interchangeable because they're opposites. One is redshift, one is blue shift. But you see that how they interchange? Bor is Latin based. And look at this, arboretum etum, the tree of life, the subject of this presentation. F is a liquid of B, forest, territory. See the tr? Tra. This is a creative sound. Bark. The bark on the tree. You see, arbor. You see a similar pattern. These are creative patterns, and when you notice them, you'll see that there's only one language. Anyway, where was I going to? Let's go to today's subject. Yeah, evidence. Well, here is the torus field, right? And on the left, I've got the red, because the R will always, combined with the T, will always be red. And B and L will always be blue. So, and then the next slide has, so I've got all these words that start with tor and end with bull, okay? So let's have a look at all these words here. And then after that, we'll see it the other way around. Blue on the left, red on the right, and we see all these words. Let's have a look at all these very, very interesting words. See, there already we see the word two, twins. Turbine, travel, travail, durable, adorable, tenable, tangible, table, stable, turbulence, tremble, babble, valuable, babble, Bible, tumble, terrible, double, doable, trouble, thimble, turmoil, Templar, or yeah, Templar. Well, okay, that's pretty interesting. What about the other way around? Butter, better, batter, bitter, perturbator, bottom, potter, boulder, bluster, beaten, batten, builder, boulder, buttress, baluster, betray, bottle, body, battle, batu, battler, bolster. Love this word. Bowl star. So a hyperbola and a star. Now, this is happening in okay. So let's have a look at words that end in tor. Are they important? Is tor or rot? We're looking for tor words or rot words. Rot means red, tor means red. The R can only be red, and the L can only be blue. Okay? Now B can be red and blue, but I won't get into that now. But you must understand red, the rhotic, not the R in English, the R in every other language. Right? That's a pulse liquid. It's a rhotic liquid. This is the important thing to understand here. Rotate, torus, talk, talk. Interesting. You're talking, you're creating a torsion field, and that's why the other person can hear you. Funny how the L turns up, where if you replace that L with an R, how would you say that? Talk, talk, same difference. Torsion field. Story, orator, actor, creator, author, tutor, motor, rotor, astor, storm, history, plethora, theory, thorough, agitator, ancestor, attorney, store, mentor, contractor, creditor, try, curator, doctor, grantor, inventor, janitor, restore, order, older, elder, alter, alter, torture, victor, capacitor, culture, history, victory, factory, oratory, aura. So, or in Hebrew means light, oratory. Well, let's have a look at some bull words, shall we? Herbal, tribal, global, verbal, cannibal, gimbal, symbol, blaze, oval, naval, festival, carnival, revival, removal, medieval, drivel, valuable, able, capable, stable, fumble, humble, liable, noble, cable, table, Bible, ramble, jumble, blood, build, builder. So now I've done this in a series of I think 2 parts. How to learn thousands of words instantly. How was it titled? In multiple languages. How to learn thousands of words instantly in multiple languages. So let's have a look if we can prove this or provide evidence of this. Okay. Okay. So here we have words that have endings from the first word, atum. Nation, motion, emotion, action, option, notion, portion, addition, mention, mutilation, eruption, ambition, vocation, negation, position. That shun
I
is...
just so you know, we don't see the new window you're sharing.
Oh, See that now?
Yeah, we see the presentation, the blue bold words.
Okay. What about that one?
Nope, don't see any change.
What about now?
There you go. Atum, shion, ending words. Yep.
Okay. So atum, these are words that end in tum, and then we're going to look at words that end in to in 5 languages, and then we're going to do them ending in bull in 5 languages. Starting with the atum words. Shin, nation, motion, emotion. We'll go down the columns instead of. I used to do it like this: nation, nación, nazione, nación, nação. Motion, moción, mozione, moción, moção. But I think it's better to go down. So nation, motion, emotion, action, option, notion, portion, addition, mention, mutilation, eruption, ambition, vocation, negation, position can be said in 4 other languages other than English in such a way. Just same beginning, but sion. Nación, moción, emoción, acción, opción, noción, porción, edición, mención, mutilación. And if you're in Spain, it's erupción, ambición, vocación, negación, posición. They make it sound like a TH. Okay, so that's from Spain, but here in Mexico, it'll be nación, moción, emoción, acción. Yeah. Italian. Nazione, mozione, emozione, azione, opzione, nozione, porzione, edizione, menzione, mutilazione, eruzione, ambizione, vocazione, negazione, posizione. French. Nation, motion, and notice I'm doing it nasal, like an English ing, swimming, dancing. See, those are nasal endings. You don't say swimming, dancing. No, it ends in the nose. Swimming. Okay, so the French do this a lot, and when you say sion, you don't say sion, like sion. You don't say nation. Because, yeah, anyway. Okay, so I'll do the French. Nation, motion, émotion, action, option, notion, portion, édition, mention, mutilation, éruption, ambition, vocation, négation, position. Nação, moção, emoção, ação, opção, noção, porção, decisão. Notice the nasal, as though there were an N there. It's in the little thing here, the cedilla, sitting above the A. That's a nasal, menção, mutilação, erupção, ambição, vocação, negação, posição. There you go. You can go and do that in Brazil on your next holiday. English. Creator, inventor, doctor, pastor, mentor, victor, editor, orator, factor, vector, lector, donator, monitor, equator, rotator. Okay. Spanish. Creador, inventor, doctor, pastor, mentor, victor, editor, orador, factor, vector, lector, donatorio, There's another version of it, Donatario. Very interesting, that one. Monitor, Ecuador, Rotador. Italian, Creatore, Ventore, Dottore, Pastore, Mentore, Vincitore, Editore, Oratore, Fattore, Vettore, Lettore, Donatore, Monitore, Equatore, Rotatore. Français, Créateur, Inventeur, Docteur, Pasteur, Monteur, Victor, Éditeur, Orateur, Facteur, Vecteur, Lecteur, Donateur, Moniteur, Équateur, Rotateur. Português, Criador, Inventor, Doutor, Pastor, Mentor, Vencedor, Editor, Orador, Fator, Vetor, Leitor, Doador, Monitor, Ecuador, Rotador. Bull, parable, noble, durable, Bible, noble, horrible, arable, stable, movable, visible, affable, audible, curable, legible, amiable. That's a nice word. Spanish, the same words. Hot diggity. Bull just keeps turning up in all these words. And this is only a short list, guys. I wish I had a team. I wish I had, like, teams of people here working with me. Tech guys, freaking, and we can expand these to, beyond the point of proving that there's only one language, because then there will be other people. If we had the technology to be able to share this information with people, there would be people that would add validity to all of this by the knowledge that they have in their languages. That's how I know and have put many other languages in my presentation, because people have written to me from other languages from all over the world for 15 years, giving me words that prove that there's Tom, Tor, and Bull. All right, parable, notable, durable, Bible, noble, horrible, arable, stable, movable, visible, affable, audible, curable, legible, amiable. Okay, Spanish. Parábola, notable, durable, Biblia, noble, horrible, arable, estable, móvil, visible, afable, audible, curable, legible, amable. Italian. Parabola, notevole, durevole, Bibbia, nobile, orribile, abile, stabile, mobile, visibile, affabile, udibile, curabile, leggibile, amabile. French. Parabole, notable, durable, Bible, noble, horrible, arable, stable, mobile, visible, affable, audible, curable, lisible, aimable. Português, parábola, notável, durável, Bíblia, nobre, horrível, arável, estável, móvel, visível, afável, audível, curável, legível, amável. And that's it. That's about all you need to know. Then I've got all this extra stuff. Words ending in T. Liberty, liberdade, libertad, liberté, liberdade. Well, shit. There seems to be a pattern with the T and the D being interchangeable, eh? Yeah, Spanish. De, Portuguese, de. But the Italian and the French, libertà, liberté. Honesty, honestidad, honesta, honete, honestidad. Let's have a look at these words. Partially, parcialmente, parcialmente, partiellement, parcialmente, evidently, evidentemente, evidentemente, évidemment, evidentemente. Let's have a look at other endings. Words that end in end. That's an interesting combination, D and N together. Depend, depender, dependere, dépendre, depender. Offend, offender, offendere, offenser, offender. That's how you do it in all these languages. Words that end in A and T. Present, presente, presente, présent, present. You don't say the last T here, présent. Current, corriente, corrente, courante, corrente. Words ending in ate, agitate, agitar, agitar, agitare, agite, agitar. Vibrate, vibrar, vibrare, vibrer, vibrar. Words that end in tude, magnitude, 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 magnitudine, magnitude, Portuguese, magnitude, yeah, magnitude. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitudine, gratitude, gratidão. There you go, guys. Word that end in once. Ambulancia, ambulança, ambulance, ambulancia. Elegance, elegance, elegancia, eleganza, elegance, elegancia. Word that end in ence. Difference, differencia, differenza, difference, differenza. Evidence, evidenza, evidenza, evidence, evidencia. Words that end in less, marvelous, maravilloso, meraviglioso, merveilleux, maravilloso. Fabulous, fabuloso, favoloso, fabuleux, fabuloso. Words that end in eight. Determinate, determinado, determinato, determiné, determinado. Cooperate, cooperar, cooperare. I'm sorry, that was Portuguese. Funny how I did that. Cooperare, cooperare, cooperar. Okay, so there you go. There's just a scratch of the surface that all is our tongue. So let's have a look now at how do we close this now? Exit. How about? Oh yeah. No. Full screen. But how do I get out of here? I don't want to show that one. All right. Can you see this new one?
New one.
Yeah, on the tree.
No, I still see the parts of speech.
All right. All right. Can you see this?
Yeah, I see a tree with Adam and Eve there.
Good. He will be like a tree firmly planted by streams of water, which yields its fruits in its seasons, and its leaf does not wither. And in whatever he does, he prospers. In the middle of its street and on either side of the river was the tree of life, which bore 12 fruits, each tree yielding its fruit every month. The leaves of the tree were for the healing of the nations. The Torah is the torso. It's the torso of the tree, the root. See, it's every part of the tree has the T and the R connection, which is the rhotic, the redshift energy. Because the tree visibly makes this torus field. All trees do. I am humble, for I am made of earth. I am noble, for I am made of stars. So this is this is also the yin and yang, Jagannath, Krishna. Look at the word trio, three, TR. Again, turns up in three, right? Very, very interesting. And yet it's to do with the letter 2, division, as does D, division, right? 2 is twain, twin, and B is both, two. So these plosives, they turn up in interesting places. The first one, B, is second, and the 2 is a feminine number. Eve, even, both, B. So the first one turns up in every language, right there, B. In every culture, almost every culture, B. A, B. Right, then D is number 4, death, demon, detriment, demented, dirty, damned, etc., etc., etc. And then G, G is 7. The next one, G. So A, B, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. K is 10. 11. Which is negative feminine. Right? K, L, M, N, O, P. There's the next one. P is P is 24. No. What's P's value? 7, I think. Perfection. M is 13. N is 15. Let me get this right now. 14, 15, 16, 17, 8. Yeah, so P is 8. There you go again, another feminine. So let's establish that. Let's get off the presentation. And back to my screen. So what do we got? Yeah, that's what we didn't finish this. So let's have a look at this. Shall we? 7, 10, which is 1, P, which is 8, Q, which is 9. R is 18, which is 9. Where? P. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Oh. 19. 1. No, 18. 9. Oh, yeah, there's 2 9s there. Okay. And S is 1, and that's 2. So S being the 19th letter is actually a 1. So we have 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, I got that wrong. No. 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, we should do. 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 1, 22, 23. Oh, there's no X. 24. Y. 23. 25. And Z 26. Sorry about that. I wish I had spaced that more. I was going to actually start with the alphabet at the top, because the cipher of all of this is English. The secret is words and how words are created by electromagnetics. Right? So they all have their divinity. They're all about light. You can get light from all of these words. Like, for instance, ether, right? Brilliance, clarity, dim, energy, fire. Generate. We'll get back to that one. Hot, heat. Right? I. Well, it's funny how, for a start, it looked 9 and I kind of look funkily similar. Like if you drop that down here, funny. And the H resembles the 8. The G7, that's a no-brainer. Right, so we're looking for the plosives. Okay, so let's make them in blue. That's it. A, B, G, K, P, T. Sorry, A. B, D, G, K, P, T. B, D, G, K, P, T. The 4 plosives. All the rest are liquid. Fall asleep. Right. So we see the explosions where they're happening. At 2, of course. At 4, at 7, G, that's why you've got the G in the Freemasonic thingy, and the G clef, because you've got 7 notes. Of course, it's going to be the G clef, the key, the the famous G clef. Well, because there's 7 notes. Funny, yeah? G and 7 notes. You've only got 7 notes. And G. Anyway, so that is the 7 colors of the rainbow. All right. This is life. This is death. This is life. This is death. Kill. It's 11, 2. So K is 2. So life, death, life, death, life, death. P is life. 8 would be number 8. See, P is reduces to 8. Interesting. So 13 reduces to 4. All right, that's how Atum. That's how Atum gets. It's a 13th letter, the middle, but it's got a 4, right? So 5, 6. Oh, dang, 7. So 4, 5, 6, 8 is here. Q8. Okay, so that's death. Or is it life? It's death and life. 8 is always death and life. So, but P is 7. Okay, yeah, that's what I was getting. P and G. They are the 2 7s. Where are the 1s? Let's find the 1s. First letter, J is a 1, and R, 18. 18 is a 1. Wait a minute. No, S is a 1. That's a 9. 18 is 9. Okay, I'm getting just a little bit fuzzy in the head. So so how many 1s? We have 1, 10 is 1, and S. So J, I mean, 10 is 1. J. A, J, and S. A, J, and S are all 1s. Right? So you can do the rest. But it's interesting to note where the plosives are. So let's not include the A. So we've got here 2, 4, 7, the 7 colors of the rainbow. Not here. Here. K, which is 2 again. All right. 11's going to come back to 2. So that has the power of life too as well. I said kill, all right, but what about kinetic, which is energy, kin? So as it is in most sciences, everything is interchangeable and connected. Okay, so and then we come to a 7 again, the P, and then an 8 and a 2. So you can see it's all feminine. 2, 8, except for the 2 7s, which are masculine. The G and the P, God and the Father. All right. So look at those things. Look at these things and pay attention to their value, because this is the most perfectly worked out electromagnetic language structure. And it's exactly the same as the runes of the Nordics, the Germanics, and the Celts. They had the same 26 and exactly in the same order. Just have a look at the 2 videos that I put out on the runes in 2018, I think it was, or 2019 on this channel on Mr. Astrotheology and Rumble. About the runes, and one is Fufark. So you look for the word Fufark. Or just put the word runes and watch those. And then you'll see how beautiful the runes line up with this alphabet. And you'll understand that this is the cipher.
For both of the videos in chat.
Huh?
I left the links for both of those videos you mentioned in the chat.
Oh, you got them?
Yep.
Nice. Yep. All right. We're not sharing, right? So let's go back to share. Oh, just give me a minute. I'll be back. Have to tend to something. Hey, I'm back.
Welcome back.
So, we should be able to see me right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, what are the colors of the letters? B will always be blue. That's an anomaly which confuddles me a little bit, because redshift is always first. D is most certainly red. Demon. Everything red is associated with this color. G is green. K is green. P is blue. Q is green. R is red. I'm going to put the. I want. Well, it's a liquid. I'm not doing liquids. T is red. Always. And the other one. Well, I put this one in. This is red. And L, I'll put this other liquid. The two is blue. Okay. M and N are green of the liquids. I don't know about this one. I'm going to make it green. Of the vowels, this is a liquid, so this is always red. Fire, but it could be frigid as well. Fire or frigid. Okay, frio. Ay, hace frío. So, okay. K is also cold, kryo in Greek. So, could be blue. And blue is cold. And these are passive, active, neutral, passive, neutral, passive, neutral, active. Masculine is red. Even though they're feminine numbers. Anyway, yeah. So the letters have their color, and the vowels they're in the ultraviolet and indigo range. That's why you always do the vowels because it's coming from the top. The vowels are all in between blue, indigo, and ultraviolet. That's why they're necessary, because they're higher frequency than the consonants. The consonants are denser than the vowels. Consonants are dense, vowels are levity. Tor. Planet of Eartha. Green. The green heart chakra. See, RGB, when you go to the printer, for your printer, you get RGB. Red, green, blue. Basically, that's how your chakras like. That's your heart chakra, that's your throat chakra. Indigo and violet are up here. And you've got yellow, solar plexus, orange,
Sacral.
and red, root chakra. Hmm. So this is the bull. Bull means to a bullet. When you speak in hyperbole, well, it comes from the hyperbola. First. First is the hyperbola, and then you start talking shit in hyperbole. I told you 400 times not to do that. No, you didn't. You told me four. You told me 4 times. That'll be a Virgo.
Yep.
You don't do hyperbole, which is bullshit, to Virgos, because they analyze and scrutinize and they call out the bullshit. The hyperbole shit.
I have a friend who's also a Virgo like me, and he really taught me how to really watch what I say around him. Because we would be talking to each other online. I'll say, or someone would say, back in 2 seconds, and you'll hear him counting 1, 2. You're like,
Yep. Yep. Ballistic. Ball? Oh, we are having a ball. No, we're not. We're having a dance. Adam. So what are we doing here? Are we having a dance? Are we having a nice dance or are we having a nice ball? Baal, the naughty god. Don't you worship him? Obelisk. Yep. Phallus. Thank you. P and B being interchangeable. This is a good one. Pay attention, guys. H, PH, phal, the phallus, the dick, the uterus, the dick, and the uterus. Oh, excuse me. Uterus. And they're always doing this. Oops. The dick's going down. The dick energy and the feminine energies going like that or whatever. I don't know. I'm just trying to be crude. It's all crude. It's all bullshit. Bullshit. I'm calling out the bull.
oh,
So, hey?
I was gonna say, I always say God's the best comedian. He made creation, and I say this in a good way. He made creation a twofold joke. He made both a pun and a sex joke at the same time. Still getting away with it, or getting away from it.
Run that by me again.
Oh, I would say that well, God's the best comedian. Well, he's the best comedian, right? And he made creation as a twofold joke, and I say this in a positive way. Um, he made it both a pun and a sex joke at the same time.
Yeah. Referring to what?
Well, pretty much everything. The um, pretty much everything you just showed right there with the torus field, the phallus and the uterus surrounded as well. Like the it's pretty much kind of like a if you know what you're looking for, right? Like obviously, if you don't know any of this, this is going to go over your head. But yeah, the whole thing is pretty much both a pun and a sex joke at the same time. If you know what you're looking for.
Yeah, yeah. This is all sexual. Everything is sex. Why did the ancient Roman and Greek poets say that Saturn, Kronos, created the world for coitus? Huh. So everything you talk about is sexual. It's red shift, blue shift, boy, girl, or hot diggity, rock and roll. See, when the Jehovah's Witnesses go to the Kingdom Hall, whoops. Think about that one. So let's have a look at where you find all this in nature. So can you see my screen?
Yeah.
All right.
And your webcam.
There it is.
Adam and Eve.
Yep. We got to that. All right. Mag means in Sanskrit to move. Well, hot diggity. Magic. Magnificent. Magnitude. Magi means priest. One who knows the Torah and the Bible. Torus, round swelling protuberance, a projecting part or cushion. Rotate. Tor, door, da, dura, adore, dorado, dori, which is road in Japanese. Look at that. And backwards, road is R-O-D in English. Dodi, road. Rate, tier, red, rod, radiate, rudder, to do. Torsion, tree, three, tetra, truth, Thor, terror, terrific, trust, uterus, try. Triturate, to grind into fine powder, chew or grind. Let's have a look. The DNA, Dan.
Just so you know, your webcam's still on. It's blocking part of the presentation.
Huh?
Your webcam's still on. It's blocking like the bottom left corner of the presentation.
Why?
Because it shows right on the screen, right on top of the presentation.
So you can't see all my screen?
We can see most of it. It's just the bottom left corner is kind of cut off. Sometimes it blocks something, but not the whole thing.
That's not going to help. Well, how do I fix it?
Just switch off the webcam. Just go back to Rumble Studio.
Right.
And then just turn off at the bottom.
Turn my video off.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, you meant my video.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Sacred Groves. How did we get to the top? All right. The hyperbola. There it is. That's the inverse of the torus. The torus is the inverse of the hyperbola. You can't talk about torus fields without talking about hyperbolas. Thank you, Ken Wheeler. So look at the word here as well, vertex. Huh. How do I? Yeah. Well, that's bowl. V and B are interchangeable. R and L are interchangeable. What is the vertex? It's the hyperbola. You see how you have to understand how the flow of the liquids and the plosives create words which come from the elements. This is what I'm showing you, that all words come from the atomic structure, from the torus field and the hyperbola. Bale. And there you go, phallos, there it is. Norse, Old English is here. Look, all of these Bola words, Old Irish, Serbian. Let's have a look at Serbian. Blazina, there you go, bla, a pillow, there you go. Serbo-Croatian, blazina. Of course it's a bla. It's a puffy hyperbola pillow. Pill, B-I-L, pillow. You see, bla and PL. BL and PL. You look for these things, and it's throughout all the languages. Let's have a look at. All right, folium, Old Prussian, balsinis. There you go, balsinis, which means cushion. Again, there you go. Balsinis and blazina. I mean, there's so much I could put in. Now that the AI is around, I can get a trillion more evidences to add to each one of these slides. Anyway, I've got to finish off. I'm going to do part 2. I didn't realise I was going to take so long. Yeah, I'll do part 2 next week, guys. And you know what? I might even share this with the public. Nick, do you want to please share it with the public and let them know that this is what I'm teaching privately every week on Patreon. So, but I'll give this one as a gift to everyone out there. Put on public on the channel if you don't mind.
Yeah.
And I think I might do a little bit more. I was trying to get to these beautiful pictures of, in the universe of the Tori. I wanted to get to this, but time got away on me. Yeah, this is where I want to go and explain these waves. And these are all created by letters, guys. Remember, letters are qualities, numbers are quantities, but words are things. That's why the universe cannot be only made by numbers, Pythagoras. The universe cannot be only made by letters, the Kabbalistic Jews. The universe can only be made by the Word of God. Words. These are words. Words make these shapes. Angry or pleasant. Masaru Emoto proved it with his water experiments. Angry words, horrible. Yeah, I guess we could do a part 2. There's plenty of good stuff here. This is it. This is how everything really is. Just have a couple of acid trips. You'll see it. Everything is this. It's beautiful, and it's all one. It's all in the atom. All is atom. We're all living in this big apple as apples. Apollos, heroes. Hot diggity. All right, guys. I think I'll unless there's any questions, I'll end the show. Oh, nothing in the Oh, sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
So how does all is atom and the tree of life, how is it connected to like the words and everything connected and the structures that you're showing connected to astrotheology?
To what? You cut out.
Oh, to astrotheology, like because that's like a science of like the cosmos and like placement of things. And this is more on words. But you can see through the structures through the forest that it's connected. But how is it connected, the tree of life, to astrotheology?
Okay. Well, that's going to be a whole other lesson. So perhaps we could start with that question next week.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Yeah, because as the torus field is radiating and gravitating, redshift, blue shift, it goes through 12 segments. Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, etc. So that's what the apple is. It's the zodiac, the ecliptic, the Ouroboros, right? So on 21st of March, which is coming up, we will have the equinox. So this will be Aries, right? Now all the archetypes of Aries, Perseus will be there, celebrated throughout the world, because Perseus is bright in the skies at the time. Rather, the sun is in the sign of Perseus. It's in Aries, but you can still see it because it's not. Anyway, never mind. When the next part of the torus field unfurls as it's going. Force and motion, inertia, acceleration, right? It's going through the 12 labors, right? Every wave is a labor, which is words. So it relates to astrotheology because all the archetypes of everything which comes from atum, from atoms, generates forms, which is what is the result of words. Somewhere along the line, numbers and letters conspired to make words which made worlds. That's how it works. It's magic. All languages are magic. But they're all the same language. They all will go back to Atum. Once we get this put in my work that I'm doing here onto the AI, or make a platform where people from all around the world can put similar words, we can create a tome of all is atom. We can see that everything is atomic, everything is electromagnetic. God is the one. Atum means the one. Yeah. So we can do a bit of astrotheology for sure. So right now we're in Aquarius. Yep. So Aquarius is a fixed sign. So winter's fixed. It's made its point by now. And it's still cold, still frigid. And Pisces is also cold too. March, early March. But then around 21st, starts getting crispy warm. Right? Doesn't get hot, but it's warming up. It's warming up. Anyway, let's go back to that. Stop sharing. All right, guys. Someone's at my door playing videos on his phone. Hola? Hola? Mauricio? What the? Roy, what's up? Oh, gee, man, you freaked me right out. I'm on the show. All right, Roy's just dropped in. He's just.
I was waiting for you to finish.
You're waiting for me to finish. All right. Oh God, what a funny ending. Anyway, all right, guys. See you next week for part 2.
Thank you, Santos.
Thanks, brother. See you next time.
Bye, guys.
You need to remember, Santos,
What?
all is at home.
Yeah.
He's the teacher of it.
How do you turn this freaking thing off?
Oh,
Joking.
should be a button on the top left on your screen.
Yeah, I've done it 3 times. End stream.
Okay, here.
Yeah, I've done it.
Hang on.
It
Let
doesn't.
me try it from my end.
All right. Whew.
The camera loves you, Santos.
What do you mean?
I mean, it doesn't want to turn off. It just loves you so much. The camera loves you. You got a lot of fans behind the camera, you know.
Yeah, 12 today.
Oh, come on. Well, that's because nobody knew about it. You didn't post the link. Oh, I try to find it on YouTube. You've been doing these hidden links that you can open. I found it from school, and because you sent the Rumble in the group chat. But yeah, you've been doing them unlisted. That's why people haven't been coming on as much. But when you do it listed, a lot of people show.
And it's the quantity, not the quality. No, the quality, not the quantity.
Yeah.
Amen.
Well, that's why I'm putting this one up live because for the public, because to let them know that they can get more in private, because I'm not really doing this a lot for the public.
Yeah, and you have a really good school thing going on right now on astrotheology, and it's really nice to be a part of that group. It's very small, so it would be nice if some more people joined in. If more people want to know about it, it's nice to talk about on the ones that you make public, so people are aware of that as well.
All right, I'm going to try ending this again, guys. All right.
There you go. And I got it.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah, I got it.
All right. See you guys.
Bye.